Good afternoon, everybody. David Paul here live in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. We'll take a look. Kima Boardwalk. Okay, I can't tell if there are actually people up there or they're just slinging it around to dry off the seats, because it's going to end up being a beautiful late afternoon and evening, a great evening to get out with a little bit of rain-cooled air from all the rain and the mess we've had for the past several hours. Were you out in this? Roadways were just snarled for a little bit as that heavy line of showers came through late morning through lunchtime. But now things are settling down. Still a few little puddles I see in the parking lot, but this is the way it looks across the area. A little drippy, but things are improving. And it is in the 70s and we're cloudy. And now that we're getting into 233, we're getting past max heating. So unless the sun comes out, we may not get too much warmer. I think we will at least hit 80 before the day is done, but that should make for a nice, at least not so hot evening across the area. I wanted to look at rain totals across the area from just this morning. First of all, we go down to Bel Air, Holly Street, better than an inch of rain. And again, this is our neighborhood weather network. These are actual physical weather instruments with rain gauges, among other things, so we can track and look at rainfall at a more granular level. Westview, Sunset Boulevard, 3/4 of an inch. Rice Boulevard, 8/10 of an inch. Medical Center, Bolsver Street, it's 3/4 of an inch of rain. Herman Lake right there at Herman Park, 3/4 of an inch. Kinglet Street had better than an inch of rain. So it really did come down as that line came through. This is just from the late morning showers and thunderstorms. Out to the west side, let's see, Ember Trails Court, 1 1/4 inches of rain. This is the Cinco Ranch area. Chapel Glen Court, 2 inches of rain just from this morning. So it really soaked a lot of yards out here. Let's see, there's West Park Tollway. There's I-10. This is Beltway 8. So we're out here in the Energy Corridor, Overbrook Lane, 1 1/4 inches of rain. Honeywood Trail, a 1 1/16 100ths of an inch of rain. Burgon Street, I'm not pronouncing it right, 1.15 inches of rain. So your yards all got a good drink of water. Bayous have all stayed well within their banks. Didn't have any issues with bayou flooding, just the street ponding from the roads. There's Galveston Bay. So again, just this morning here in the Nest Clear Lake area, Victorian Court, almost an inch of rain. Lakeshore Drive, off Clear Lake, 3/4 of an inch of rain. Mill Garden Court had almost an inch of rain there. And then to the northeast side, this is the northeast corner of Beltway 8. And again, rain from just this morning, better than an inch at Cranbrook Creek Lane. That's the south side of Lake Houston. There's the Lake Houston Dam right there. Another inch up there on the lake. Lake Medina Way had an inch, 0.07 inches of rain. So it really came down hard and heavy for a little while. Bigger picture as far as rain totals. And this is over the past 2 days, past 48 hours. Baytown Mont Bellevue, 3.5 inches of rain. Downtown, a 1/2 inch. Sugarland better than a 1/2 inch, but there are pockets in there where there was more than that. Cypress to Spring, 2.5 inches of rain. 4.5 inches out towards Sealy and Columbus, southern Austin County, really getting soaked over the past 48 hours. Zooming out, and here's where we stand with the radar right now, and things are improving rapidly as our line of rain and thunder showers pushes to the east into Louisiana. Lake Charles, just north of Lake Charles, severe thunderstorm warning in effect there. But we're now just mostly cloudy with a few sprinkles here and there, and that's it. Here's Harris County, radar picking up a few very light green echoes, suggesting a few sprinkles from Cypress down to the west side in the Memorial area, a couple of sprinkle showers in Bel Air. Down towards Sugarland, Richmond, Cinco Ranch, Missouri City, a few little showers there. Katy area, a few little sprinkle showers, but that's it. Heavy thunderstorms have now pushed off the coast of Galveston and the Bolivar Peninsula. There's a little pocket of rain here that looks like it wants to skirt the island of Galveston, so you may get some light sprinkles or a little bit of light rain over the next hour as that moves up the coast. But the bulk of this and the heavy rain is pushing out to sea. So I'm not expecting any more thunder showers on the Galveston or Upper Texas coast or Galveston Bay as the rain continues to push to the east. You can see now it's just clearing Beaumont, about to cross over the Sabine into Louisiana. Lake Charles about to get some rain and thunder as what there is of this is moving east. Liberty now cloudy, but no more rain. Light rain and drizzle across Livingston and Lake Livingston, light rain and drizzle. Up to Corrigan, off to Lufkin is now light rain and drizzle as what there is sweeps off to the east-northeast. Let's see, here's Dallas. Finally, they're getting a break with rain pushing just to the east of the city. And then I-20 to Tyler, light to moderate rain. Still some scattered thunder showers heading up toward Shreveport right now, northeast Texas to the Arklatex. And good old Texarkana getting some light rain. They may get a thunderstorm this evening as the energy from that sweeps up into the Arklatex. Here's the big picture. So for the moment, nothing new developing out here in West Texas. That's where this line of thunderstorms came from. Big bunch of storms overnight, came down I-10 and swept on through here and gave us our latest round of rain. We're going to get a break for I think about 18 hours, maybe a little bit more, before the next round comes in. That will be tomorrow morning. And although there is nothing here now, there will be. And it is because there is an upper level low. This is the wind flow up at 18,000 feet, 500 millibars for the Mets at home. Here's what it looks like now. And there's your upper low, a big one, just sitting here and spinning over north central Texas. Whenever you get an upper low at 500 millibars, especially in June, and it parks itself like this one has over Texas, you're going to get a rainy, wet weather pattern. So an upper level low creates lift and widespread rain and storms. And that will be the catalyst, the manufacturing process for another round of rain going into tomorrow morning. As the low, the center of it moves into Oklahoma and up to Wichita, Kansas by tomorrow. But the troughiness with it, that trough is still in a position just west of Houston to keep us on the lifting side of this broad upper low. So that's why we know it's going to rain tomorrow, and the models have picked up on this. They've got some timing on it as well. But that's Thursday as the upper low stays in a position to bring us another round of rain and storms. So let's take a look at the big picture. Here's how this is going to play out. Here's where we are now with rain exiting into Louisiana and Houston getting a break as we head into 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. A quiet evening and a quiet overnight. But by 10 o'clock, you can already see it. Rain and thunder showers beginning to develop again, Waco to Austin to San Antonio. This will be the genesis of our next round of rain and thunder that comes in here mid-morning tomorrow. So again, this is 10 o'clock tonight, quiet, nice evening, and most of the overnight is dry. Although, as we get into 4 a.m., begin to see a few little pitter-patter raindrops here in Houston, southeast Texas, maybe some stronger showers toward Huntsville, but the bulk of it will still be up and down the I-35 corridor from Waco to Austin to San Antonio. This is where the line will be coagulating at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we go into 8 a.m. and there's the line getting its act together and now pushing southeast. So it's already getting rainy and stormy by 8 o'clock in the morning. Huntsville to Conroe, Beat Eyes to Navasota, Brenham to Industry to just west of Columbus, and maybe already into the western Harris County area as well. So by 8 o'clock, the western half of the area, northern half of the area, seeing rain chances really begin to ramp up. That's by 8. We'll go into 10, 10:30, and there's that line of showers and thunderstorms coming across the heart of southeast Texas, right up and down the 59, 69 corridor. This will be, I think, basically a repeat of what we had earlier today with a line of showers and storms. Heavy at times, could see an isolated severe thunderstorm warning. Straight line winds, small hail will be the biggest threat, but that creates the threats on the road with reduced visibility, just a mess out there. Street ponding, street flooding will be the greatest threat from the heavy rain as it comes through, and especially tomorrow. Now, we're really getting these rain totals up as round after round of rain has come through this week. And by tomorrow, when this comes through, mid-morning, late morning, it's going to be a lot of high water spots on the roadways. That's 10:30. This pushes us ahead to 1 o'clock. So by 1 o'clock, the leading edge of the line pushing into the coastal counties, pockets of heavy rain and thunder, Anahuac to League City to Texas City, Clear Lake, NASA, Angleton, Alvin, Pearland, Friendswood, Sugarland, El Campo to Bay City. That's by 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. Behind it, light rain lingers. We'll go into 2:30 and the line pushes to the coast and maybe just pushing off the coast by 2:30. So literally, as far as timing-wise goes, it looks like a carbon copy of what happened today is going to happen tomorrow with about the same rainfall intensity as well. But we get another 1 to 2 inches on top of what we had today in the past several days, and we're going to see a lot of reports of street ponding and street flooding. By 5 p.m. tomorrow evening, it's all pushed off and we're cloudy and drippy, but the worst of it is over, at least for Thursday. So that's the timeline of the next round of rain coming in tomorrow. As far as the flood risk, we're in a slight, which is a 2 out of a 4-tier flood threat scale. When you see slight, that usually means it's street ponding, street flooding in some spots is the greatest threat. And that's what I expect what we're going to see tomorrow. Here's a closer view of how this goes. Here we are now with the rain exiting off to the east, and by 5 o'clock, we're kind of done. Maybe some drippy raindrops still hanging on Huntsville to Cleveland to Livingston to Liberty and the east side by 5 o'clock this evening. We go through the overnight here, relatively quiet. This is 9 o'clock, nice and quiet, cloudy, humid. Going into 4:35, 6 a.m., there's the line of storms. Again, we're looking at tomorrow morning. Line of thunder showers pushing into the northwest side, Brenham to Bryan to Beat Eyes to Huntsville to Madisonville. We'll get into 8:39, 10 a.m. There's the line of thunder showers pushing into the heart of southeast Texas by 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. It'll push down toward the coast by 1:30. Coastal counties getting the leading edge by 1:30. And behind it, drippy, dreary conditions, kind of like what we have now as the line is pushed further east. And by the time we get to 4 o'clock, there's the line breaking up and pushing into Lake Charles and off the coast. So the timing tomorrow is almost exactly what we're seeing in the timing today. As far as rain totals go, between now and Friday morning, so more rain on Friday as well, and rain totals in many spots will exceed an additional, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe more inches of rain in some spots. Street ponding, street flooding during the times of the heavy downpours is the greatest threat with this particular wet weather pattern that we're in. So Thursday, 20% rain chance in the morning, 80% rain chance through noon. By the time I get to 4 o'clock, a lot of it's pushing off the coast, so a literal repeat of what we had today, we're expecting tomorrow. And the extended forecast tomorrow is going to be a weather impact alert day. And that is because we're getting saturated. We've got enough soil moisture content. The little creeks and streams are coming up faster and faster because of the runoff from these storms. I think street ponding, street flooding is a greater threat tomorrow than it's been all week, especially as we head into mid-morning and toward lunchtime. That's why the weather impact alert is in effect for tomorrow. We'll keep a close eye on the weather on Friday, stay close to the forecast Friday, as we could see more heavy downpours in spots, but we're going to lower rain chances to 60% on Friday. Then a 50-50 chance for scattered storms on Saturday. Father's Day, 50-50 chance for scattered storms on Sunday. Oh, please get me a green tie. And then a 50% rain chance Monday, 40 Tuesday, 45 Wednesday, as we stay in this relatively wet-ish weather pattern through the weekend and into next week. That is where we stand. And with things settling down, our next live broadcast on the TV side and on KHOU 11 Plus on KHOU 11 News at 4 o'clock. We'll see you then for our next live update.